Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be talking about a lot of the new holiday launches that are happening around Sephora, a lot of gift sets and limited edition products and things that for one reason or another is worth your money, or things I'm going to tell you right now I will not be buying. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload 3 times a week, and that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. Also, I did film a whole tutorial on this look today. It wasn't really a tutorial. It was like a chopping block makeup challenge. A bunch of products that for one reason or another are like, I kind of want to throw them out, and I was giving them one last hurrah to see if any of it impressed me enough to stay in my collection versus what got decluttered. So I'm going to link that up here, and if there are things that you don't like, honestly, I probably don't like them either. The lip that I originally had on was atrocious, so believe it or not, this is the upgrade. So I will link that video up here, and today we're going to jump right into the anti-haul. Alright, so the purpose of today's video, we're going to be going through a lot of the new products at Sephora. Every brand pretty much comes out with holiday items, and for one reason or another, I either love it or I hate it. So we're going to be going through what I think is worth your money and what I think is not. First thing I'm going to start with is the Sephora Favorites sets. So I'm going to be popping some pictures up, and I do have some notes just so that I can, not forget anything. So there is a Sephora Favorites Soko to Tokyo, which is a collection of skincare items. I'm actually going to say pretty much across the board, these Sephora Favorites kits, there is one for Lash Stash, which is going to be a pair of lashes and a bunch of mascaras. There's going to be a Sephora Favorites, which is pretty much enough to do like a full face. There's lip and highlight and cheek and mascara and setting spray. There is the next big thing, which I know Emily Noel did a whole review on this box set right here, and it's kind of a little bit of everything. They do have one for skin, and they have one for hair, lip, and fragrance as well. These across the board I think are an amazing value. When you look at the breakdown of the prices of the products inside, it is definitely a great gift. It is a great way to try your hand at a lot of items. The one thing I will say just across the board with these products, I have gotten the Favorites gift sets in the past as a gift. I've gotten them for people. I think it's an amazing product because you get to try out a bunch of different types and then pick out the one you like the most and get those. I think those are amazing. You guys are going to kind of see a pretty common theme here. If it's limited edition or a product that you can only get around the holidays, I usually am not a fan. As you guys know, I'm filming videos with products several times a week. So for me, if something's limited edition, I don't like to use it because many of you either don't have it or can't get your hands on it because it's no longer available. There are some times where I'll make exceptions, but for the most part, if it's limited edition, I'm not a fan. These Favorites kits are amazing because it is a great value. You're getting a great amount of product as far as like dollar cost for the product, and you get to try so many amazing products. First thing I'm going to say as a thing that I think is definitely not for me are going to be the Too Faced holiday sets. First, they have the Gingerbread House, which is going to be bronzer, blush, highlight, all the eyeshadows you need, eye primer, mascara, lip, and pressed glitters. Now, if you enjoy these limited edition exclusive products, then this might be something for you. But personally, I'm just not a fan of products like this because once you get a hold of it and you fall in love with that blush shade, that very specific color, if you never get it again or you run out of it, there is no way to get it again. I understand, like, for somebody just getting into makeup or somebody who wants to try things out, it's a great way for a great value to try a lot of different products in the same line. But my biggest issue is if you fall in love with that eyeshadow shade or you fall in love with that blush, you can't get it again because these are limited edition items and limited edition shades that may or may not exist in the entire range. They also do have a lip and bronzer combo in like a gingerbread sparkly bag. Also going to pass on this, again, same reason, limited edition, not for me. The bronzer is also really, really luminous, which you guys know I'm not a fan of. But more importantly, even if I loved the bronzer, once you hit pan and it's gone forever, they have other bronzers that might be similar, but it's not going to be the same. Now, next up are going to be 3 distinct gift sets from Smashbox. These I'm actually a really big fan of. What I like about this is they are already things that exist in the range, so if you do fall in love with the product, you can get a full size of it later on in the year. Last year, I did actually pick up the Smashbox Holidays gift set, which, again, it's a limited edition product. However, all of their contour shades and their highlights can be purchased in mini palettes where they have throughout the year. So if you do fall in love with that formula and that tone, all of the items in here you actually can replicate and get in their line. The mini set of the primerizer and the primer and the setting spray are beautiful because, again, it's a chance for you to, at a good value, try more than one item in the line without just getting one. And again, this is going to get a little repetitive and you guys are going to kind of notice the trend. If it is a repackaging or a good value of products in their range, it's usually a hit from me. If it is products that are limited edition or new, it's usually going to be a pass. This is actually something that bothers me quite a bit. So last year I picked up the Tarte blush book. I think that this is beautiful. I don't use this a lot on camera because, again, it is limited edition, but this for me I picked up because it is the perfect thing for traveling. I'm going to put a picture of what they got this year. Instead of it being a palette or a book like this, like they normally do, it is in 3 mini stacks. I definitely am going to pass on that. I prefer the format of a mini palette. The whole reason I bought this last year is I get a highlight, I get a bronzer, and I get 8 blushes. Anytime I'm traveling, this is like the #1 thing I grab because I get every tone of blush that I could want, plus a really nice highlight that I can use as like a blush topper, or it's actually fairly blinding on its own to really give nice luminosity to the skin. I don't love the bronzer, but using it with other bronzers, I do get a lot of use out of. So unfortunately, I don't love this year's. I prefer last year's, and hopefully they go back to this kind of a format in the future where they do a cute little palette because I don't love the stacks. The next couple products I'm just going to rapid fire through. So, Tarte palette. Just like the Too Faced, it's a pass. Same reason, limited edition. The lip glosses, again, same thing. Their brush set. This is the one place where I kind of deviate because I have a million brushes at all times. Like, I literally have 100 plus brushes. Brandon made me count them the other day. It's about 120 brushes just on my vanity. That's not counting brushes I have across the room on a shelf on like a display. So if you do find really cute brushes, I think brush sets could be a great way to get new brushes, play with new tools, and really just enhance your collection. Brushes are going to be the one place where, even if it's limited edition, I think it could be good. I mean, some of my favorite brushes, like this one from Smashbox, was limited. It wasn't limited edition, but they pulled it from their range. This one from Sephora, they actually don't make this anymore, but I still love it for under eyes. Where are they? My favorite bronzer brush. It is somewhere over here. It was a Sonia Kashuk brush that's limited edition that's no longer available. I still use it because it just does amazing things for my powders on my face. So tools are like the one place where I feel like it's not as big a deal because, like, I know I have brushes from 10 years ago that I still use because they're perfectly fine and I take care of them. The Milk Kit is definitely a win because, again, it is minis of products that are already in their range, so it's a great way for you to try things and see what you love. Fresh, they have about 1 million of these little lip balms, and this cute little ornament could be a really cute way to try them out. The one thing I will say about them, this is going to be a pass from me. If you like the Fresh line, you will love this. I like a lot of products from Fresh. I don't love their lip balms because, unfortunately, I find about halfway through they get really melty and they break, so you only get to use about half of it before it kind of gets gross. YSL has a 5-shade lip kit. Again, great product because you can get every one of these shades in their range if you fall in love. So Bare Minerals is one of the few brands I think that does it really well every single year because they come out with the same thing every holiday. They come out with a jumbo size of their original powder foundation, which it is like a crowd staple. So many people love it, and it is an amazing value in a giant tub. I don't personally love the product because as far as powder foundations, I prefer something pressed, but because of the value, I think if you do love Bare Minerals, this is the time of year to go in and grab a giant refill on your favorite powder at a much discounted price. On the opposite side of that, there are 3 kits from Benefit, and I'm actually going to pass on all of them. Benefit's one of those brands where I feel like there's always a kit, and they always have a mascara with a brow, or a brow with a bronzer, or hula with a mascara. No matter what time of year it is, whether it's holiday or not, you can always get little kits like this. The only difference is that this time they're coming in these van or bus tins. A little gimmicky for me. I get that that's kind of Benefit's vibe. However, all of the products inside, with the exception of the Professional, I don't like. I like Hoola. I love Benefit mascaras. You guys know Benefit makes some of my favorite mascaras. I love Benefit Roller Lash. It is my favorite mascara, hands down, of all time. I like their Real, but I don't love it. I do really enjoy the Bad Gal Bang. Again, not as much as Roller Lash, but Definitely a great opportunity to play with some great minis at a more affordable value than buying each of the products individually. And just like before, a couple rapid fire. NARS is going to be a pass because, again, you fall in love with a shade, you can never get it again. Becca, same thing. I think that it's really good that they're featuring Champagne Pop in this mini palette. But all the other shades, if you do fall in love with them, gone forever. I always imagine, what if your kid flushes your palette in the toilet? I have so many palettes that I'm in love with, and I don't have to risk someone going in and digging their fingers into a palette of mine. But if I was to fall in love with a palette and have it destroyed, I can't get it again. It's not so much for me about using it up, it's just more about the disaster effect. If I dropped a palette and shattered a pan on the floor, I'm screwed. Bobbi Brown, same thing, limited edition. I will, however, say that the Golden Hour highlighter palette, or pan, is beautiful, and it is it reminds me a lot of, let me just grab, it reminds me a lot of the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder, or Diamond Luxe Luminizer in Hot Damn. Very similar, that it's a beautiful, not iridescent, but this glowy and sparkly sheen. Just gives you that wet effect on the skin, and it is absolutely stunning. BUXOM. These, every year, their kits are items that they already have. There may be one or two exclusive shades, but for the most part, the formula is the consistent everything they love. Minis, so you can try them out, fall in love with full-size shades. The one thing I did notice is that every year they have their balms in a, all four in mini sizes, which their full sizes are massive, and their mini sizes are more like a traditional chapstick. Those balms are beautiful, so I'm waiting for that kit to come back, because if it does, I will be picking it up, because I do love that plumping balm formula. It is beautiful. I think BUXOM does holiday really well. Now, the one thing I will say, again, pretty much across the board, and I'm going to rapid fire some pictures up here. Kiehl's, Fresh, It Cosmetics, all of these brands, I mean, there's a bunch of brands that are still scrolling on the screen. I think these are amazing value products because it is things already in the line. There's not a single one of these kits that I think is not worth the price, because you are getting a whole assortment of products in the range to try out at a discounted price. What I will also say is, you guys know I'm in love with my Clarisonic. I use it every single day to cleanse my skin. Now is the time of year to buy it. Every single time you get into the holiday season and the Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Kadan, whatever. Every single time we get into this holiday season, the Clarisonic is paired with skincare at the same price or even a discounted rate. So it is an amazing time to get your hands on it, because during the year, you'll get a Clarisonic and a brush head for $100, $200, depending on the model you're going for. But this is the only time of year where you can make sure that you're also getting maybe a cleanser and a serum, or some more brush heads, or whatever the case may be. When I got my Clarisonic, which was 2-ish years ago, and again, I love mine, it came with brush heads, it came with so many additional goodies, because it was around that holiday time where everything was just included in the bundle. Definitely worth getting. So I know that that was kind of a very drawn out way for me to say, if it's limited edition, it's a no, and if it is a bundle of existing products, it's a yes. But this was also a great opportunity to just kind of chill and see a bunch of different new bundles, products, whatever, that's currently available at Sephora. So thank you guys so much. Let me know down below, what are some of the items that are on your holiday wish list, and what do you think would make amazing gifts for people, because 'tis the season. I mean, it's October, but honestly, you go out into the stores, half the Halloween stuff is down, and Christmas and Hanukkah stuff is up. So I am obsessed with Halloween, you guys know that. So for me, it is still October. However, even I can't deny all of the holiday newness around is definitely putting me in a good mood. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!